Listen to what LeBron James has to say on the start of his 20th
if there was
season.
one thing that you wanted your team to improve upon, besides winning and losing, what's that one thing you want your team to improve upon this year?
Defense. Obviously, you got to be able to put the ball in the hole for sure. In our league, and there's some great teams that can do that, but teams that can defend and can get stops when needed. They're just simply more successful in our league. So, I think the defensive side of the floor is where we're going to be hammering home on, every single day, and understanding that if we can defend, make teams take tough shots, keeping the one shot at the goal, and rebound and secure the ball, put us in a position to be successful throughout the season.
Hey, LeBron, your hair looks great. You've had, nearing about 10 head coaches in the league so far. You shared your enthusiasm about Darvin Ham when the Lakers hired him this offseason. What can you tell us about your relationship thus far with Coach Ham, and what do you see in his skill set that can make this team better?
I think every single day it continues to get better and better and better, but I think just the transparency that we have from the time he was, granted the head coaching job here has been great. We've had multiple conversations, not only about the game of basketball, but things off the floor as well. And I think it was well overdue for him to be a head coach, and happy to be a part of his journey and try to do some special things.
Hey, LeBron, you've always talked about depending on what the team needs, that's what you're going to focus on more. So 80's first year, a little more point guard, passing a bit more. Last year, some more scoring. Do you have a handle yet on what this roster means for how you're going to focus your game?
My focus of my game is being available. That's the most important. Obviously some injuries you can't control, but, and that's my whole mindset. I think for me, as the leader of the team, one of the leaders of the team, availability is the most important thing in this league, and to be able to be available, on the floor. That's always been my mindset.
Hey, LeBron. Good to see you. Over the course of this summer, during your time to unwind and some of your work, how much thought have you given to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record and kind of the likelihood or possibility of setting that? And has that even begun to soak in that at some point this season you could be the league's all-time leading scorer?
The only time I've kind of thought about it is when someone, it been posted on social and it's went through my feed and I've seen it. And every single time I'm kind of in awe of it, wow, and then certain guys, I don't know who's doing it, but they'll break down if I do this, if I average this, if I'm available for these games, then I can make it and do it here. And I was like, I've never played my career with saying if I do this, then this will happen. Besides just, making sure that I was in the best shape possible going into a season and, being available, But to sit here and to know that I'm on the verge of breaking probably the most sought-after record in the NBA. Things that people say will probably never be done. I think it's just super humbling for myself. I think it's super cool, and obviously Kareem has had his differences, with some of my views and some of the things that I do. But listen, at the end of the day, to be able to be in the same, breath as a guy that wore the same uniform, a guy that was a staple of this franchise, along with Magic and big game over there for so many years, especially in the 80s, and a guy that does a lot off the floor as well. I think it's just super duper dope for myself to be even in that conversation. Anytime my name is, mentioned with the greats, if it's, obviously, Wilt or MJ or now Kareem or whatever the case may be. It's just super humbling. Guys always see me use my hashtag, the kid from Akron, and those are the moments where I really think about that kid from Akron